Despite the United States being a vibrant and successful democracy, our nation, like any other, still has problems within. Our bright and sunny democracy is facing darkening clouds and rising storms. The threat of young people, or any people, not voting in elections is more detrimental to this nation than economic depression or terrorism. Voting holds our society together. Without it, we crumble. Not voting and not participating in the election process results in so much more than uneven representation. It means that the will of others will be imposed upon you, that your voice will not be heard. When you do not stand up and speak up at the voting booth, someone takes the microphone right out of your hands. After centuries of intimidation and voting suppression, almost no one in this nation can be denied the right to vote once they turn 18. However, many are not taking advantage of the right for which their ancestors fought. Those who are not voting must wake up and realize their influence. Dating back to the days of America's very birth, those without power and without influence have been driven to believe that they will never have one. This belief was passed on until it became habit. And I say today that this belief must be stopped now, at this defining hour. We saw with the election of President Obama how the old barriers can be crossed when new voters and new people feel themselves to be a part of the process. I experienced this truth personally, as President Obama's candidacy was what sprung me into action through volunteering through the internet. However, this issue has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with you believing in yourself and and the future of your family. It has to do with you standing true to the idea that all of us have an impact on this world, regardless of your own personal role. Those of one belief should want and encourage those of another to vote and be involved in the process, because that is what America is all about. It is about men and women, young and old, liberals and conservatives, coming together, exercising their right, a right that was fought for so far, and a right that we must now take advantage of. We all know that apathy in this country is present. We have seen the numbers. I know people who do not care. I'm sure you do, and we all do. It is our job to change that. There is no excuse. Everyone's voice counts, regardless of status or influence. Helping someone who is underprivileged, taking care of someone who is sick, and yes, convincing someone to vote for the first time are causes rooted in the America that we know and love. They are worth working for. They are worth fighting for. They are definitely worth contributing to. And I was taught this. I am the son of two immigrants who came here based on a vision in their minds of success and equality in a nation where they had a chance of a dream, the American dream. The dream that any of us can achieve whatever we want, achieve all success and happiness as long as we are willing to work for it, no matter our race, our gender, our sexual orientation, or our creed. That dream is at the heart of our democracy, and it is the driving force of our society. And looking back, after 25 years in an America that saw barrier after barrier collapse and witnessed prosperity unseen in previous decades, I can tell you with great confidence and happiness that they were right. They made a faithful choice to believe in this country and to contribute to this country. And it gave them so much more back in return. However, there is plenty more prosperity to earn. There are so many more barriers to break. It is up to our generation to spread that prosperity. It is up to our generation to provide that opportunity. And it is up to our generation to break all of those barriers. It is up to us, but we will only accomplish it if we are willing to work together, united in our participation. So it has been that the people of America have contributed their faith, their hard work, and their innovation to a cause greater than themselves, a nation greater than individuals that is always worth working for and always worth contributing to. And so it must be for us. It is time for this generation to stand up and take the reins of this world. It is time for the defeat of apathy. It is time to finally answer the question, why is it important to vote? Why must I vote? Why am I important? Once and for all, so that it never can be asked again. Let that be the contribution of our generation, because there is nothing of greater importance to solve. For me, it is useful to understand why to vote through my personal favorite topic, food. To me, America is a freshly baked apple pie to many. That pie is calling you to take a piece for yourself, for your own family, for your future children, for America. You will not get anything from this pie if you fail to take a piece. Those who do not take a piece will be left with crumbs, or even less. It is up to you to speak for yourself. If you want cinnamon in your pie, then speak up and say you want cinnamon. If you think there should be more sugar in this pie, then stand up for your sugar. If you think that we are spending too much money on the pie, then stand up for your own beliefs. Stand up for yourself. For in the end, the last thing you want is a pie made without you. One that you may be allergic to. And that is it. Because America is built for the people and their interests, because the pie is built for everyone, and because it tastes so good once you finally take a piece, we must vote. We must vote to proclaim what we want for our lives and for our children's lives. If your community is falling apart, then stand up for its rights, because no one else will. If your grandmother is dying because she lacks sufficient care, then it is up to you to fight for her care or find yourself a candidate that will. Nothing will ever change if there are not people there to lead the force, united forces. And if there is anything that I have learned as I have slowly come closer to adulthood, is that those people, the people around the world, in Asia and Europe and South America and all around, those people who are waiting for something, waiting for someone, waiting for some kind of change. They are waiting for you. My name is Carmon, and I call upon all of us, this generation and the next ones to come, to rise up and vote.